Alright, time for my first game of this month's MSEM GP. I'm playing against Toasty, who was also my co-commentator during the decklist stream. So if you watch that stream, you probably know what decks we're on. I'm on blue-red Prowess, and they're on mono-red Burn, which is going to be an interesting matchup because, okay, well, we clash. Okay, well, they're on a play, which is bad for me because we're both fast decks. Let me just well, anyways, this is going to be a mulligan. And this is that's not great. I guess it has to be a keep. So they're on mono red burn, which is a very fast deck. So what? I can clone the Zev Enforcer on turn 2 if I play it on turn 1, but the problem is that burn can easily just throw a burn spell at it, and they're playing the version of burn that I built, the Neon Cloud Knight version, which has no problem just throwing away burn early game on creatures because they have a lot of ways to get enough damage. But yeah, I guess I'm playing this hand, which is not great. Okay, Bash Companion, yeah, that's a pretty good start for them. Well, if there's one consolation prize, it's that I don't take too much damage from my lands right now, because I could be taking a lot more damage if I had to fetch into a paying land or something. If I play, I need to run out creatures, but the problem is that if I do, they're just going to get killed. So I guess do I run out Nizev Enforcer first or Enraptured Countess? Like, no way Nizev Enforcer ever survives a turn, right? So I should probably run it out alongside Shrouded Stars, although that's still not great. I think I just have to take from Banished Companion for a bit. I'm just going to run out Enraptured Countess first and see if that baits out Burn Spell. And they're going to attack first, which pretty much forced to take here. I mean, if they don't, yeah, okay, they're going to Neon Claw Knight, so that's a scorch target. Like, this thing needs to die, because if this thing ever lives, they make a bunch of amplify tokens, and then suddenly, oh, okay, Festival Sabotage doesn't do enough. Man, remember when this card was, well, actually, I never got this card on camera, back when it didn't get nerfed, or like pre-nerf, but pre-nerf, it used to be an instant that dealt 1 damage and auditioned, so pre-nerf Festival Sabotage would have been great here. Unfortunately, we're not in that world, so I guess I just go Zev Festival, or Zev Scorch, the Neon Claw Knight, which feels bad, but I guess it's correct. Like, I need this thing off the board. Alternatively, I could go Festival Scorch, just clear the board and then swing for 3, and then hope that I find something to, like, hope that I find backup or something. I mean, then it clears the way for next turn I go into Zev, hold up Shroud and Stars. Okay, I guess I could live with that. And it's probably the safer option too. So yeah, I'm just going to use up all the burn on their creatures because we're both racing, and they actually they're technically faster than me if I don't combo out. But yeah, like I just have to waste all my burn on creatures right now, which I'm not super happy about. But I guess that's just how the matchup goes. I mean, they're actually lower than me right now because they play Banished Companion, which does also hurt them. Also, they have Firehearth Halls, so if the game goes late and it goes into top deck world, there's still also advantage because Firehearth Halls can start swinging. I mean, best case scenario here is that they don't have anything, and then what? I use Enraptured Countess's tail or something. I mean, if they just run out Mercury Distant here, or another Neon Claw Knight, okay, do they have burn for Enraptured Countess? Because if they don't, then I'm just going to, okay, yeah, they definitely do. And yep, so I don't have removal for Neon Claw Knight, which is a huge problem because that thing's going to make even more amplify functions, and then that just lets my opponent stock up on a lot of damage. So Nazev Enforcer actually eats up a Neon Claw Knight if I Shroud and Stars it, so I guess that's what I do. Okay, so then I go, I made a misplay. I needed to play Island there to hold up. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see if my opponent's nice today. Okay, cool. So yeah, Seven Enforcer, and let's see what happens now. So their burn deck only runs a single 4 of the instant speed burn spell. So if they try to swing with Neon Claw Knight, I'm definitely going to block here with, and then use Shroud and Stars on it. Okay, but at least they're doing stuff pre-combat. Okay. Alright, well, I think, yeah, their shields are down, or they don't have an instant speed 1-mana burn spell, so this is a safe play. So at least I get rid of Neon Claw Knight. They have 3 Amplify tokens, or Amplify functions, which is really scary because with Rogar's Gambit, they basically get to double dip on the Amplify functions. So if they have Rogar's Gambit, then each Amplify function translates to 2 damage overall. It seems like they don't have anything, interestingly enough. So that's good for me. Ooh, and Festival Sabotage. So yeah, I guess I Festival Sabotage in the Zeb Enforcer, and now it starts copying itself. And again, they don't have instant speed interaction at 1 mana, so and they don't have any way to reduce their spells, so this is completely safe. So yeah, Warrior Roll, and let's see. So this thing should be a 4/3 that got buffed once. That's a 5/4, I think. Alright, I'm doing the math correctly. It's +2/+2 plus the base. Yeah, alright. So now the Zeb's Enforcer starts growing, and actually, no, it copies itself. It literally copies itself for free every turn because I got a +1/+1 counter with a 3 power thing. That's actually kind of amazing. Yeah. Like this thing just becomes a creature factory. Granted, they probably have a way to remove it. Like unless they're literally top decking only lands, they definitely have a way to burn this thing out. But they might have to sacrifice a few amplify tokens, or just they might have to sacrifice a single amplify token to do it. But I'm pretty sure they're more than happy to. Or like, not that they're more than happy to, but like they kind of have to if they have the ability to. But the fact that they're not snapping it off means that maybe they're like stuck on a mono creature hand. Maybe they're only holding a single burn spell, and they don't want to waste it on my Nizeb Enforcer or something. Well, I mean, like they have to kill this thing, right? It's going to make a copy every turn. They have to kill it. Also, only now that I realize just how nuts Festival Sabotage plus Shrouding Stars is on the Zeb Enforcer. Because yeah, now it gets to copy itself for free, and they're going to play Banished Companion, and they're just going full combat. Well, do I trade the Zeb Enforcer for Fireheart Halls? So the thing is taking damage here. If they have a burn spell in hand, and I trade off the Zeb Enforcer, then they use the other burn spell and they use the burn spell and the remaining Zeb Enforcer, and now the board's clear. But they have a Banished Companion out. Although actually, they die first with Banished Companion, so yeah, I guess I guess I'll do the trade. And seems like they go ahead, they go through with that. So yeah, Scorch, and the board's clear now. So now it's down to top deck war, and I'll just get a few percentage points by fetching early. Actually they have a single copy of was it Civilization's Cost in their deck, which deals damage based on non-basics. So I should actually be just fetching I should be fetching basics just to play around that, because it could matter. Northern Express Line. Does that do anything? It could be another Prowess trigger later on. I'll keep that in hand. So yeah, best possible top decks for them are creatures that do stuff, I guess. And creatures do stuff. Any burn spell is +3 damage. So that means that if Banished Command whacks me, then they just have to draw singles. Or they need after Banished Command whacks me, they need to find 3 more damage before these guys become lethal with a burn spell. And seems like they top deck the land, so that's good for me. Now let's see if they decide to swing with Banished Companion. Wait, I just realized I could have bounced Rousing Path and cycled it with Northern. Okay, well, yeah, just kind of new to their interaction, so not super used to it, but that's definitely something I should have done. Oh, well, this is possibly the best top deck I could have gotten, because that's a Mindstorm's Eye, so yeah, the question, do I point it at Banished Companion or face? I think I always point it at face. Or So if I point it at Banished Companion, like, so pointing it at face means that more things become lethal, I guess. Let me think. Yeah. Like yeah, pointing at Banished Companion means that they can't whack me down to 9, which isn't actually a problem, I don't think. Like the only way this could turn out wrong is if Mindstorm's Eye literally draws me into 3 lands. So I think I pointed at their face. Yeah, okay. Might be incorrect, but whatever. I think yeah, right. I need to like do it like this actually. So let's see. Do I top deck a Scorch? Well, yeah. That was easy. GG. I think my opponent also sort of got an unfortunate hand. Yeah, they got 2 Neon Claw Knights and nothing to use the functions on. So post board, I don't think the matchup actually gets that much worse for me, because I'm looking at they don't have any instant speed burn. So like, well, since I'm the one who built the deck, I'm also the one who built the sideboard for both decks, and I did not put any instant speed burn in Burn's sideboard, but I did put 4 Fork Pillars against small creature decks, which means that like they have. So like if I just run out a Prowess creature unsupported, then it's way more likely to die. But meanwhile, Fork Pillar is a great sideboard option for me, because they also have a bunch of small creatures that I want to blow up. Alright, so how do I board here? Festival Sabotage was pretty great that game, but yeah. So I think in Rapid Count is bad because it dies to stuff. The Evan Forcer I still keep in though because that card's insane, and I think I trim on extreme speed. So I'm actually going down on creatures, which is not fine because I technically do want to go up on creatures, right? Because that gives me more stuff. Like they have a lot of removal in the form of burn, so I do want to have creatures. But then what do I trim? I guess I do have to trim Festival Sabotage, right? Like that's just too vulnerable to removal. Even though that it led to an insane game, like or no, the Festival Sabotage is also removal. I guess I trim on Strong Arms then, which feels wrong, but maybe it's correct. Yeah, I don't know. Well, time to run this back. And can I get my insane Nezev Enforcer turns? No, I cannot. In fact, this hand doesn't really. This hand has a bunch of creatures and nothing to really support it with. Do I go down on cards here? Like, what does the turn look like if I keep this hand? It's like turn one Nezev or turn one Pupil gets killed. Turn two. Yeah, I think I mulligan this. And this hand has no lands. Cool. Go down to 5, and I guess this hand will do. So Northern Express Line and what I guess I bomb a Strong Arm. Yeah, Bite Blitz is probably better here. So I'm probably using these two things as removal, and then hopefully I draw something to use with Bite Blitz. And okay, so let's see what they do on turn 1. If they have a creature, then I'm going to Festival Sabotage it. Or maybe I should keep Festival Sabotage back for their 2-drop. Like they do some pretty threatening 2-drops. But at the same time, like I don't want to get whacked by their small creatures. They're just going to hold up Storm Surge. Okay, that's fine. Seeker of Mysteries. Do I want to run this guy out to get killed? Not really, but do I have any better options? So if I wait here, then next turn I could possibly go Seeker Bite Blitz, which I don't think is that good, and also leaves me tapped out. Although like everything. So like if I play out Seeker here, what I'm basically doing is I'm trading 1 card and 1 mana for 3 life, and I don't think that's a trade that my deck wants to do. So I'm just going to play Rousing Path and pass. So worst possible play from or worst possible thing to see from them would be Rickyrius is a pretty bad thing to see from them. So that knocks me down to 6 or knocks me down to 15, and then I kind of am forced to also just make sure that they take the 1 from yeah. So they're tapped out, but that doesn't mean much for me. Okay, Scorch. I guess I go Scorch on Recurring Dissident, and then I do Coline Seeker Mysteries, and then I am still stuck on 2 mana I'm still stuck on 2 mana right now, but I guess that's fine. Actually, do I play out Seeker Mysteries? I could keep Seeker Mysteries until I have Bite Blitz or some sort of Bite Blitz combo, because I don't want to get Fork Bolted. I mean, that could be a line that I go with. Just try to make their forked belts bad, or forked pillars. I mean, yeah, that doesn't feel like the greatest plan ever. But either ways, I always start with Scorch here, so I'll just go do that right now. Actually, does them playing Rickyrius didn't say anything about their hand? I don't think so, because yeah, like Rickyrius was always going to be the best play there because I had absolutely nothing. So that says absolutely nothing about their hand. Well, either ways, I'm going to do the rail line thing because in case they draw land next turn, I do want to be able to play it out. I mean, I could just hold this thing up and try to represent a Spell Pierce, although I doubt my opponent wants to play around or is going to play around a Spell Pierce that I try to hold up. I don't think there's a point in trying to hold that thing up. Yeah, I guess I'll pass. I mean, they're definitely they definitely could be playing me on Spell Pierce right now, and they're just going to swing at face. I'm starting to I definitely think they have a Fork Pillar in hand. And let's see, what do I draw? Autumn Fae. Okay, so does that mean I'm keeping Bite Blitz for Autumn Fae? And no, that feels incorrect. But I'm also super low on lands right now, so this feels really bad. Or actually, I can Seeker of Mysteries and then Festival Sabotage it to make it survive. Festival Sabotage with the 2/3 to make it survive a Forked Bolt. Not worth it? Honestly, I think it could be worth it. In fact, so this play is horrible into Scorch and really good into Forked Pillar, and I'm playing them on Forked Pillar, right? So I think I'm willing to take a risk. No, wait, it's still bad because then it just dies to any 3 damage thing, and they have a bunch of 3 damage things. Okay, how do I recover if that play gets answered? I guess I mean that means that I'm down. Whatever. I'm thinking too hard. I'm just going to go for a play and see if it works out, and hope that does. This is not this is not the green audition. This is actually just completely horrible. I completely butchered this. Okay, well, yeah, cool. I guess I'm dealing face damage to you. Okay, I need to remember that like Festival Sabotage is not. Right. I could have played around Hatsuo's. I forgot. Yeah, I probably should have auditioned there then. Well, that was extremely bad. Okay, never mind. Didn't matter. They had Scorch. Although, like, if I did that, then I guess I gained 3 life. So technically, it could have been worth it. The Zev Enforcer, a bit late, but so I died to I don't actually die to anything. I died to Warrior Swing plus like 2 burn spells, but I was always dead to that. So, actually, no, I'm not dead to Warrior Swing because in the Zev Enforcer, the coffee comes into play untapped. That's cool. I guess I technically have something now. Yeah, so if I played correctly, I would have been at very distant. Do I want to get knocked down to 3? I mean, so they are top decking though. But if I take Mercury Distant in the face, then I have 2 in the Zev Enforcers, and so killing that will knock me down to 2, and then they have 2 creatures. I'm basically hoping for a buff spell to make another Zev Enforcer, and then that blocks everything, and then I hope for no good top decks. Or actually, no, if I don't block here, it leaves me dead to Forked Pillar, which is not something I want to deal with. Yeah, I think I chump here. I do need to preserve my life total. Oh, well, I got my own Forked Pillar. That's really nice. So unfortunately, so if after Forked Pillar I go down to 4, and then I guess I have to keep back the Zev Enforcer, and then Firehearth Hall Swings, so that knocks me down to 2, and then I'm dead to Rogar's Gambit and Friends. Is Faye going to kill them anytime soon? Probably not. Alright, here to play. So I just need to hope they don't top deck anything good. So if I toss a Scorch at their face, what happens? Or if I toss a Scorch at their warrior, what happens? I swing for 3 at face. So they go down to 8. And then after that, not sure. I could top deck a Prowess creature, or no, I can't. I need to top deck a land first, and then yeah, there's no possible play for me, top deck for me next turn that would let me bite blitz something. So I guess this thing kills me in 2 swings. So the only thing that killing the warrior does is prevent. Okay, yeah, that means I'm going face with the Scorch. Unfortunately, I don't have a rail line, so I can't do crazy stuff. But this does mean that they're dead to a bite. No, they're not even dead to a bite blitz top deck. All right, time to dodge something. Time to dodge a damage top deck, and they have it. Cool. And would have not attacking of killing the warrior helped me here? No, it wouldn't have. Okay, cool. So that was game 2, and going into game 3, do I want to do anything different? Not really. I guess like technically spell pierces are useful because it counters their burn, but so does Shroud and Stars. I mean burn on creatures, but like we're both super fast decks, so I think spell pierce will mostly be used for protecting creatures, and in that case, Shroud and Stars is better at doing that job. So I guess I'm just running this back. Yeah, it seems out right. And this hand has 1 land and a lot of... yeah, this hand's bad. This hand would have been great if I had 2 lands, but this is not the world we live in, so I have to mulligan this. And alright, this hand's pretty fine. Yeah, I keep this, and I guess I bottom 1 of the Bite Blitz, and then I just hold until like Faye does stuff. Or since I have Mindstorms, I don't feel bad about I don't feel as bad about playing out Fays early. Because, like, if it gets killed, then whatever, I managed to get a card out of my hand for Mindstorm's Eye. So yeah, I bottom 1 to Bite Blitz. Unfortunately, it also means that I don't actually curve out that well, because, 1-drop, and then if I want to Fork Pillar, if they play a 1-drop, I think I just drop Faye in response. And even if it gets killed, then I just, I can't curve into Mindstorm's Eye, which is the problem, though. I think I wait for it and pass. And they're going to play Banished Companion on 1. Yep, that's expected. So, what do I draw? Rousing Path. Okay, that's useful. Yeah, that's a land, so I can't complain too much about a land. So yeah, the problem here is that if I run out Autumn Fae, okay, so here's the plan. Next turn I go Autumn Fae Bite Blitz. So that means this turn I Forked Pillar, the Banished Companion. But that means that if they like drop Recurry Distant next turn, that's an unanswered Recurry Distant. But at least I get to whack them in the face for 6. And then the turn afterwards, I Mindstorm's Eye and see what I draw. That might actually be too slow, but I guess I have to just try to play it and see what happens. And like running out on fate is incorrect, right? Or actually, it could be correct because that means if they want to play Rickyrie Distant next turn, they can't also do something else. I mean, actually, they on fate just dies to Hassel's maneuver, and then I'm really sad. And then I have no targets for Bite Blitz. If it doesn't, no, it's definitely going to die to something. So do I want to play 2 damage or 2 mana, gain probably 3 life ish? And I think the answer is no. So I'll just do this. Actually, no, I think that was technically incorrect because I do want my opponent's life total down too. So like Banished Companion wasn't actually strictly bad for me. But whatever, I'm just going to... Okay, they have more Banished Companions, but at least it's not a Rickyrie Distant, so I'm fine with that. It also gets their life total super low, which I'm completely fine with. And they're going to Orchestrate Storm Surge. Cool, so I guess Omfe is swinging next turn, and then Mindstorm's Eye comes out the turn after that. And do I draw a basic? No, I get 2 Mindstorm's Eye, which is not ideal, but whatever. And Crystal Caverns pinging me is also not ideal, but whatever. In fact, it's actually extremely not ideal because every damage matters in this matchup, but whatever. I'll have to live with it. So like going on Fey Bite Blitz gives my opponent turn to untap, and then they probably just play 2 burn spells, kill on Fey, whack face for a bunch. And then I try to Mindstorm's Eye. Like Mindstorm's Eye into Scorch is 6 damage. And on Fey Bite Blitz is 6 damage again. So, and if they swing with Spanish, that's 2 more damage. So like if I on Fey Bite Blitz and then cast Mindstorm's Eye next turn and draw into Scorch, that's lethal. Anyways, yeah, I'll just do it now. Bite Blitz, whack them, and let's see how they respond. I wonder if they're actually going to hold back Banished Companion because like they're getting pretty low. They're sort of in that danger zone where they could just get killed by Bite Blitz to guy. But then maybe my opponent just also has enough burn from their hand where they just whack me down to 0. Yeah, how much damage do they max out at? So when calculating damage from Neon Claw Red burn, or I mean Neon Claw Knight burn, the old heuristic of 3 damage per card is, I mean, still kind of applies, but they can definitely push more damage if they have some sort of combination. Like, well, they're still constrained on mana, so they can't do any crazy Brazen Sacrilege plays. But like, so currently on board, just on board, they have 5 damage, and then assuming that they have 3 damage per card, that's 5 plus 9, which is 14, which actually just kills me, right? 5 plus... Yeah, so it seems like they probably don't have that because they definitely would have gone for it if they did. So, Brazen Sacrilege is going to act as 3 damage-ish. And also, like, them whacking me also prevents me from playing cards if it gets Crystal Caverns. Alright, yeah. So that knocks me down to 3. So I kind of have to win next turn, or... Actually, they're considering whether they actually want to attack with Banished Companion because they could just die from the backswing. Like 6 damage is a breakpoint for them too. In fact, I think I'm actually happy if they attack because that increases the number of things that I could top deck to give me lethal. Oh, okay, they attack. Cool. So now Mindstorm's Eye into a land plus Scorch is a live top deck. Or okay, I'm down to 3. Yeah. So hopefully I get that. Do they only take? Were they at 9? Okay, yeah, good. They Galvin Coal Line. So that is a land. Yeah, and I'll do it. Is there anything that could matter right now? Do I always point Mindstorm's Eye at face? If I point at Banished Companion, that means I'm assuming that they always will have enough burn. Actually, no, if I don't point at Banished Companion, I die if I don't draw a win exactly. So I guess I actually kind of am forced to point at Banished Companion, which I'm not happy about, but... So then what am I hoping to draw? Well, actually just the creature plus, yeah, because any creature plus Bite Blitz is 3 damage-ish, so then I just need Scorch or any other buff spell. Alright, sure. Mindstorm's Eye, killing Banished Companion. Okay, that's a Bite Blitz, and that's a Seeker of Mysteries, and that's Omfe too, so unless they have Brazen Sacrilege, I just keep my hand hidden, and next turn I kill them with Bite Blitz. So they need to find some way to get 3 damage, and do I want to play out Seeker of Mysteries? The problem with playing out Seeker is that it gives them a target for Forked Pillar. Okay, so playing out Seeker means that I don't die to Hasters, but means that I do die to... Okay, so playing out Seeker means that I don't die to Rickyrie Distant. No, I still lose if I have Rickyrie Distant because I can't like I need to play 2 spells to kill with a throw recurry distance, so basically no point in playing around recurry distance. The only other haste creature in their deck is Vanish Companion, but they already have played 2 of them, and if they do have Vanish Companion, then I actually don't die either. Like, I guess I lose to a Banish Companion plus a ping, but if they have a ping, they could just always point it at Seeker, so it doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, I pass holding everything, because I think that maximizes the chances that I win this turn, or I win next turn. Actually, they could also have Civilization's cost, which kills me. Okay, they're just playing a 3 damage burn spell. That also kills me. Okay, no way, I'm dead. Okay, cool. Yeah. That's unfortunate. But that was a really close game. Probably could have played differently. So, I mean, pointing at Mindstorm's eye at face was probably incorrect because that means I'm reliant on top decking the Scorch, or else I always die. Or I guess I could also top deck Fistful Sabotage and throw it at their guy, or I guess top deck like Fork Pillar and throw it at their guy. I mean, so that I guess there is a decent number of cards that don't make me instantly lose. Actually, would I have won if I pointed? Because like, would this hand survive if I had Mindstorms? If I had Mindstorms, I'd face. I would be forced to play out Seeker, and then they Storm Surge, and yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter because they have Storm Surge, so like 3 damage. I always die here, but yeah, close game. Very decision intensive, despite how short it is. And so that's my first loss this GP. That means I need to win the next 3 games, and hopefully I get there. And yeah, I hope I top cut with this deck, because I don't think this deck is going to exist next month. Nizav Enforcer is a very egregious card, or people finally realize that it's an egregious card, so it's probably getting hit next month. So I got 1 month, like I got this tournament to make the deck do things. But yeah, see you next round, I guess.